and welcome to Show and Sell, the show that celebrates digging through other people's trash. Hello, Trash Dragons. I am Chris, Trash Dragon of the West. This is my guitar, Mr. Blankenship.
Hi, Mr. Blankenship.
He says hello back. You look great. He just reminded me that I sell on Discogs and eBay, mostly medium.
I'm Katie, and I'm Trash Dragon of the South, and I am always on the hunt for clothing and accessories, anything sparkly and unique.
And I'm Joe. I'm the Trash Dragon of the East, and I sell. I buy if there's a lot of something, I buy it. Currently, I'm sorting through a big old stack of Viewmaster reels. I've got 10 volumes of alpine wildflowers of the Western USA. So, if anybody is interested, HMU. That means hit me up, non-internet users.
Just a reminder, if you want to join our scavenger hunt, the theme is mothers.
Okay,
yep.
That's it.
Yeah, thank you. May 3rd, or will it be the episode? So get your item DM'd or emailed to us. Look at the show notes below for all that information. The rules are you have to thrift it under $15. You have to have it, and you have to buy it, and no cheating.
Have to thrift it. Cannot lift it.
Right.
No stealing.
None.
I guess that would go under cheating, but
by the way,
I'm just re-emphasizing.
Okay,
apparently, there was a lot of controversy over the last episode. So I've been asked to read this statement by the Ulster County Sheriff's Department. Hello, my name is Joe. I'm the Trash Dragon of the East, and you should not steal anything from anywhere. Despite what I said about the super discounts last time.
The super secret pocket discount.
Trash dragons don't steal.
We don't. They earn their treasure.
Exactly. We just bargain them down to nothing. The American way.
We earn it by killing the people, and then it's rightfully ours.
You're gonna have to write another thingy.
Burning down their house so no evidence can be discovered.
Okay, don't
we're gonna have to do a new segment at the beginning called Joe Apologizes
for the crimes he encourages.
It said some really horrible things about squirrels last episode.
On that note, we're going to go into our first segment, The Thing That Brought Us Joy. The thing that brought you joy. Would you like to bring us your joy?
Sure. Well, I just looked up the brand, and apparently on First Dibs, a sweater exactly like the one I'm about to show you is being priced at $297.
What?
And I had no idea. So
Boing.
I was already going to sell this sweater. Now I need to rethink where I will be selling it. But I pulled it out because I'm getting different categories ready to go to different consignment shops, clothing here in town and online outside. So I organize them depending on what the item is, where it's going. And this little beauty is kind of amazing. Get ready.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Are those monkeys?
So they're black cats. So
they're black cats.
A pure new wool. This is from some period in the 80s. It's called Sally's Own. And so I just looked it up, and one that's very, very similar is going on First Dibs for $297. So I think these might be sought after vintage. It's a very heavy sweater. It's wool. It's 100% wool.
Oh, nice.
And it's just a really cool design. And then
I swore those were camels. Because their backs are kind of curved.
Yeah.
So,
it does have a little eye. It does have little eyeballs. You can see in the whiskers.
Okay.
It's very cute. I just did not realize that it was so desirable. So that was a good find.
Yep. You did it. As you always do, Katie. Excellent job.
Not always, but this was a surprise. I knew it was a cool sweater. I just didn't know that other people thought it was cool to the value of that much.
No,
That makes
you
me
only
very
whiff
happy.
it during scavenger hunts when
Oh,
it's the most important.
the
One more time.
trash.
Do you want to try it again?
No,
You want a second take?
no,
Francis, attack.
Uh,
Francis, Francis.
I think you went too far, Chris. That was
okay,
not.
I
Ooh.
will apologize. Okay.
That bell means let's move on to the next person. Joe,
Okay,
what do
Joe.
you have for item of choice?
Okay, this is kind of boring and it's not thrifted. I did buy it new, but that's because it's for work. It's and that is every time I try not to spend money, but sometimes you need to spend money. You got to spend money to make money. And one of the things
That's
I
what they
sell
say.
is records, and so I bought 500 about 500 album sleeves, and they're not
That's
particularly cool or fun, but they're just like they're the kind of thing that I always feel very gratified knowing that I have them on hand. And I was completely out of them, and I had to borrow some from my record dealing neighbor in order to restock my store.
One of my favorite things is finding old movie soundtracks, and especially I found Red Sonja and Conan the Destroyer.
Oh my gosh.
So Conan the Destroyer, tragically, is the far inferior Conan movie. The first one is great. It takes itself very seriously.
Yes.
It's very fun, and it's kind of
Directed by John Milius, yeah, A+.
A plus. James Earl
Conan,
Jones is
what's
a
your best in life?
terrifying.
Sorry.
No, please.
You can't cite Conan without doing Conan. What is best in life? To crush your enemies, to see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentations of their women.
Lamentations.
The lamentations of the women and children. So I also have Clint Eastwood's The Iger Sanction.
What?
So he didn't write the music. It was conducted by John Williams. So the Iger Sanction is based on I brought a book that was the Lou Sanction. So this is based on a series of books about a like a kind of elite assassin, and he's a mountain climber. So he's kind of given this thing. Archer did the TV show Archer did a whole episode kind of based in this, and it's just like I don't know. I grew up my mom was a manager at a video store, so I was just surrounded by those poster art all the time. I just remember that brings back a lot of memories for me. So that's what brought me joy and sadness and love. And so
All the emotions.
yeah, all the emotions.
My left hand says love. My right hand says sadness. But unfortunately, you can't see most of it because it's wraps around the side because it didn't fit.
At all.
It goes down on the foot. It finishes on the foot. And, so that was the thing that brought us joy. We're going on forward to Unearthed Treasure.
Unearthed Treasure.
Our topic is dance. I kind of want to keep Katie for last because I think she's going to have something special.
I don't.
Okay, you don't. Then go. Then Joe, go first.
I'll go first. So I didn't have anything really special. I did have a piece of media though, a couple pieces. This is in my personal. I have one in my personal collection, and this is one that's eventually going to go for sale. And they're really, but I don't know if I should sell it because they're super common. You can find these, and this is a sequel, and you can find the first movie, and they're both totally worth watching, and they're both totally enjoyable. And that is Magic Mike XXL.
I haven't seen it.
You have or have not?
I have not.
It's so good. It's just like one of those.
I've heard they're really fun.
They are really fun. I think I was kind of holding out until my my friend and co-host of the show DVD Deathmatch, Mike Polasek, was like, he explains like, yeah, Magic Mike is just like, it's just guys just being like they're just bros having fun and just being nice. It's really just one of those things where you just like watching it. Because, yeah, it's just like it's really enjoyable. They're both enjoyable movies, and so
nice.
Katie, why don't you?
What do I got? All right. Well, I used to be in a dance troupe, and you would think that I would be about to show you a ton of dance outfits, of which I have many, but they are all packed in a costume box that I am unable to get to. So I brought out my next best dance thing. We'll have to do dance part 2, Electric Boogaloo, and then I will bring out some costumes. But that will be hard to pick just one. Have I shown this already?
Oh, hell yeah!
Okay.
You have
So
not
this
shown
is
it, but I know
Olivia
this.
the Pig, and this is a shadow. This is a theater. It's a pop-up theater.
Oh my god.
Like
Oh,
this.
that's
It
so
comes
great.
out, and she is doing ballet. So there
Oh,
are
wow.
lots of little pig people up in here watching the ballet, and it's a full ballet stage. And hold on, let me pull. It's a very cool little kit because it has a little drawer that pulls out here. This I actually found at the bins.
Oh wow. Intact.
It was
Entirely
complete?
intact.
Entirely intact. It has all of its set pieces that you can put up
wow.
that surround. So it is actually Swan Lake, and then the other there are two ballets that it comes with people for. Oh, here's the playbill. Okay, so Swan Lake, Romeo and Juliet, and Turnado, or
Mhm.
Turando. Does anyone know what that is? I'm not sure.
It's a
So then it gives you little synopsises of each of the ballets.
Oh
and
my
it's not-
god, that's so amazing.
it's such a cool piece. And then there's lots of little piggy dancers. Yeah, it's honestly like I would have loved this as a kid. These little
Mhm.
shadow boxes are my favorite. They're so fun. I do have an Edward Gorey one, which I'm saving for another time,
oh god.
which is it's Dracula is the play. And that is still in
Ooh.
plastic. I won't open that because it's just I
Wow.
love Edward Gorey. And
yeah,
so,
me too. Yeah.
yeah, I was very excited. But my coolest dance piece by far. That is, I won't be
That's
selling.
really amazing. Imagine being like the kind of like having the pull to be like, I have an idea for a really kind of expensive to make esoteric product for my children's book, and here it is, and being like somebody being like, "Yep, we'll make it."
And we're not just going to do one ballet; we're going to do 3. So we're going to give you sets for all 3, and then it is, and every piece is like it's very well made. So I can't imagine what that would be like. How cool would that be?
It feels like it's made for their audience, though, in a way that doesn't feel like an executive-driven decision. It feels like a nice, thought-out thing for child fans of this thing. I have the Starbucks art and coffee book, and I was trying to figure out what section. Like, do I put it in art, nonfiction, or this other part? And I just started getting mad because it feels like such an executive-driven decision of Starbucks going, well, they'll buy this like highfalutin crap about coffee and art going together. Like, it was just like, for some reason, I get more. I feel it's like more and more our childhood sold to us, which I've mentioned before, but also executives going, yeah, this fits into the parameter of our brand, so we're going to push this out. It's just like, well, maybe don't.
Just because you can doesn't mean you need to. Also, by the way, this was made in 2004, so it's kind of old. So it's 20 years old.
Yeah. So what I have is this is a for your consideration, for your entertainment dance book that I found at the bins. And what it is basically kind of part yearbook.
From like a dance studio?
Yeah.
And it has like individual shots of all their that must have cost a fortune. Every parent was expected to pay $89.99 for this like hardbound book.
Wow.
That's fancy.
Yeah. No, it's a yearbook, like all the people who work there, all the graduate assistants.
Do dance studios do that? Wait, is it a dance school or like a dance company?
I don't really like. It looks like most of the people here are children. So like this is second place candy award. Like so they had like clearly had some kind of pride. You know, like there's also
candy award.
Yeah, I think it was just like kind of like when you would have to sell chocolate for Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, that kind of school. I went to a Catholic high school where we'd always have a drive of some fundraising drive, and we'd always do this kind of book. But I don't know if I can find it, but the weirdest picture is there's a woman who is the centerfold, who is like clearly
not centerfold.
No, bringing it back all around.
It can't be the centerfold.
But it's a tasteful picture of it. I should have. Here we go. Cover your eyes, Ulysses. See, she's wearing a nice dress, but it is a centerfold.
Is she the teacher of the year? Or
I
did she
think
pass
she-
away? Did she
No.
pass away?
No, she didn't.
Oh my God.
I-
Could you imagine if that was the memorial photo?
Yeah.
It's like, poor Miss Hastings, and it's just this long. No.
But
The
they-
parents paid a lot of money to get those made.
Here's pictures of the woman who owns the dance studio.
Wait, how old was
Um,
that? What year was it published?
Yeah.
This was in 2005, I think. I'd have to look it up, but
You should look. You should do like carefully. You should not. I mean, yeah, you should probably carefully comb over the names because I'm sure at least one of the people in there is now like a B-list celebrity.
See if you
but
find
no,
anyone
she's
in
from
there.
Louisiana. This is all from like a small town in Louisiana.
What about? Is there
Yeah.
anyone with like first name Beyonce, last name Knowles in the book? Can you search under K? Yeah.
You could see like the woman who owns the studio is like here. She
Just
is-
post.
and front and center, but it is very like awkward, like dance pose kind of situation.
We should do an awkward dance for all of our pictures. We
Yeah.
should get some headshot.
Yep. So so Joe and Katie, you guys have gone, so we are going on to the next segment, which is
Tales from the Flypt.
Tales from the Flypt. Tales from the Flypt.
We are back. Tales from the Flipped is the name of the segment, and the topic is: do you know any wealthy thrifters? Katie, let me ask you that question.
No, I don't. I would love to hear about your two experiences with this. I do not myself. Do you two know other collectors that have? Well, our guest last week had a room for records, right?
Right.
But that's a lifetime also of collecting.
Right, yes.
It's a different ballgame. I do have a room that a lot of my clothes are in, and it is too big for a closet, so I guess you would call it a room.
Right.
But it's not. But I'm not wealthy by any means.
Right.
So
I'm always kind of like wondering, like the other person I can think of is my very good friend Miranda.
what does she collect?
She I don't know if you guys saw the cowboy shirt that I posted on Instagram.
Yes.
Like with the kind of 60s Astro.
Spaceship.
Like, it's so good. I'll put it up here. I was there when she found it, and it was like, but that is more money than I would pay for any single item of clothing. Like
Was it 3 digits?
Yes. And I was just like, that's a lot of money, but it is the greatest shirt I've ever seen.
It is a wonderful shirt. Yeah, it is great.
Like, I'm very frugal. I'm very kind of, I check to check. Thrifting came as a kind of like, well, I bought this jacket at an estate sale for $5, and it fits me great, and it was brand new, and I love that kind of thing. But it takes effort. It's either money or effort is your kind of the thing you have to do in the world. And Joe, do you have any?
I mean, the people I know that are in the secondhand trade that make a lot of money also, like, they don't just work hard, they work like stupidly. So to the point where they don't, like, they're just exhausted all the time.
They work all the time? Is that
Yeah.
what you mean? They work
Yeah.
okay. Like,
they work constantly, and it's like, me, I'm just like, I like this because I have a little bit of freedom of, I have the freedom to, do what I want when I want.
Yes.
And like, I don't want to have to devote all my efforts and energies to, like, hauling furniture, like, to, although that said, I am going to be driving to the Midwest to go to a townwide yard sale in Minnesota.
But that's a
when is
family.
that? Is
That's
it
a
this
family
month?
thing.
First weekend in May.
I'm so excited. You
yeah,
better take so many pictures. That's video vlog. Everyone put pressure on Joe to take video
Blog.
of what it looks like.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Anyway, sorry, this is like, that's stupid. This is like, because I'm not wealthy, and this is me, like, the topic is, do I know any wealthy thrifters? I know people that are like, extra hard workers that deserve what they get because they're, I also know people who found like amazing crazy stuff, but they also, again, they're constantly going out to flea markets, and they're doing it all the time, and I'm just like, I like to do it at my leisure. I don't like having to feel
At your-
obligated to be like,
Right.
Yeah.
So I realized a while ago that it's just like very few people that I know are thrifters. They might be antiquers, which I think is different. But I kind of feel like thrifting comes out of a kind of middle class sort of, or upper middle class possibly mindset, not a wealthy mindset. Because you just buy whatever. You can just buy it on eBay. You don't have to run around for it. But I don't know.
I don't know if I've actually met someone who has a lot of who like, let's say they came from money, like their family had money growing up, and then they got really into thrifting.
Right.
I have not seen that a ton. Please let us know in the comments if that is your experience.
Right.
Because I would love to talk to someone who that became. I don't know. I could see it in one way, but I feel like the reason I got interested in it partially too is because I didn't have any money, and so that's how you have to get clothes and items, right? So like furnish your apartments and things.
Partially it came out of like
necessity.
Well, but also like I was thinking, what kind of celebrity guests could we possibly have on, or follow? Did they follow on Instagram? Like there was just like, and I was just like, well, they probably wouldn't be proud about it, or maybe some would, but it's I don't if you know any celebrity thrifters, like real thrifters, Goodwill, St. Denis, like kind of estate sale-y kind of people, not buying on eBay thrifters. Like I want people who are actually pounding the pavement. Is there a celebrity that you're just like, oh, I'm looking for egg cups, like my friend Jen? But anyway,
I think it's rare. I feel like that's a rare bird, as it were.
Yeah, which I thought it was an interesting topic for discussion. So answer is maybe. On the answer of do wealthy people still thrift, or
I saw Robert De Niro thrifting the other day.
That's what I want to know.
He was like pretty good,
yeah. That he just smashed it in his hand out of just sheer rage. There's got to be like someone who like still likes. Like, I mean, LA is such a weird time. Like, I see celebrities at like just around and about.
Have you seen a celebrity at a Goodwill?
No, that's the thing. It's like, and
I have not. I was
just kind of poking around on Instagram, and I was just like, who is a celebrity thrifter? Like, there's gotta be someone who likes it enough that they're like, I'll deal with. Like, I'll wear the hat.
I'm talking about exactly what you said. A thrifter, not that a consignment, like not a. This is a thrift store, but it's actually a vintage store. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where it's curated.
Right. It's not like like Hearst, like William Randolph Hearst bought all of his stuff used, but he bought it from New York off of like Spanish chapels. He would buy a wall from a Spanish chapel and have it shipped to Hearst Castle and install it. Like, you've been to Hearst Castle. You have.
I have. I really want to go. Like, one of my life stream is to go to. They do I believe it's New Year's Eve. It's a dinner party, and it's formal, and you dress up, and there's a certain number of guests, and they feed you a dinner in Hearst Castle. It's either Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve. It's right at the holidays, and they do like 2 seatings or something. It would be ridiculous money probably, but it does seem like the most glamorous of glamorous events to eat in Hearst Castle. And it feels like they'd have all the good cheese, like all of it would be shipped in. They would, right? They'd have like maybe a big giant plate of crab legs, the king crab. Like,
they've got like hobbits in the back space, like Oompa Loompas at Willy Wonka's, like just bringing wheels of cheese in that they've made.
I'd be fine with wheeling it on the ground, a wheel of brie so big that they had to wheel it into me. I'd be fine. You mean like Bilbo? Yeah, that'd be fine.
So, guys, we may or may not have done it. I'm still going to give us 5 stars, A pluses, and
100%. All around.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Did a great job.
And don't forget to
rate.
Oh, hi.
What's my line again?
Like.
Okay. Right, that's easy. It's a simple word. Everybody knows that. Okay.
It's so funny.
Like.
subscribe.
Like, share,
Yeah, thanks everybody.
Trash!
All right. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe.
Hey, thanks for coming, everybody.
Don't you see the difference in the difference that you make from the cops that you put to the names that you take? You got ladies and bees all giving you honey, and you whack more balls than the cover of money. You know Melissa Cherry doesn't do porn. To get funky and do the popcorn, eat your paws from China, or so they say.